I am so glad that I'm not monetized, and I do sincerely do this channel out of, just having a message and wanting to communicate that message because, well, as you can tell from the title and the hashtag up top, I'm talking about the Vox adpocalypse. Now, let me give you guys a quick TLDR. The gentleman that we're looking at right here, this is Steven Crowder. He is a conservative YouTuber, radio host, just personality. He does a show, Louder with Crowder, and what he does is he takes arguments from the other side of the debate, the liberal side, and he debunks them. He knocks them down in a very entertaining way. I like his show. I've watched it on several occasions. I think he's funny. I don't agree with him on everything, but I do think the guy's funny. Now, let me introduce you to Carlos Maza. He too is a YouTuber for this company named Vox. And what he's done over the past year, he has this series where he's just going after the president and Trump. And what Mr. Crowder here does is he debunks this guy's arguments. And so instead of going at him in the debate form, he decided to start crying to YouTube and saying how, oh, he's just spreading hate. I mean, I don't know if you recall this or not, but we're in Pride Month right now. And so, and Mr. You can see his ad name is Gay Wonk. So I write strike through for Vox.com, Marxist pig. Tucker Carlson is a white supremacist. IG Gay Wonk. Okay, yeah. So you can see he's like super on the side, on the liberal side, and we have Steven Crowder. All you need to know. There you go. Seems very, 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 very efficient. So he complained to YouTube about Steven Crowder, and initially YouTube was like, "Oh yeah, that's cool." I mean, because he, he was saying things that Mr. Maza himself would be saying, like he called himself a gay wonk, and so when Steven called him a gay wonk, then it was just all on the up and up, and YouTube really seemed to take the side of Mr. Crowder. Well, there's a reason that Vox Apocalypse is trending right now, and the reason being is that not just Steven Crowder, but a ton of content creators, usually those in the political sphere, they were demonetized. They had their entire channels. A lot of entire channels got struck down. And so let's check out some of these tweets. Hey, team. Hey, YouTube, does Colbert's video skit of me getting shot violate your standards? Or are you specifically demonetizing conservatives? And that's a big part of this this whole argument, is that a lot of people feel, particularly on the conservative side, that they're being shut out and shut down. And it's kind of hard to argue that right now because, those on the left tend to get a free pass, whereas those on the right tend to suffer consequences. Tim Pool. Tim Pool is dead. He's dead in the center, and you gotta appreciate that guy. Now taking out history channels because history is racist too. YouTube have banned me for hate speech. I think it's due to clips on Nazi policy featuring propaganda speeches. I just wanted to check and make sure that wasn't one of my videos hadn't been taken down or something like that. Even though this is so small. I mean, there's like not even 30 of you guys, so I appreciate you. Vox Apocalypse was Carlos Maza and Vox dropping a nuke on YouTube, taking out tons of innocent creators like journalist Ford Fischer to get one guy, dropping a nuke on everyone to get one guy. Yeah, Tim Pool's going hard on this one because ultimately it's unfair. But here's the deal. After the corporate establishment realized what kind of platform YouTube was, they've gone out of their way to really sanitize and break it down. I mean, even from where the platform was like 2 years ago, there's been controversy after controversy after controversy, and YouTube was initially one of the first mainstream places where regular folks on the internet could go and eventually, if they work hard enough to make a bit of a living for themselves. But right now, I feel like, a lot of these creators are being grandfathered in, and the algorithm and the ability and the search results are all being neutered. So our channel will never get to, man, we'll be lucky if we ever even hit 100 subs. But, this is insane. Speaking of Vox Apocalypse, this is from James O'Keefe, the Project Veritas guy. Next week, Brave Insider's coming forward from deep inside Silicon Valley for Project Veritas. Plus, our insider will show you damning documents what that big tech won't want you to see. Stay tuned. So, this is a thing that's just really, really blowing up. And because it's blowing up, I definitely wanted to do a video on it. And, for my 28 subs, for you guys to, get what's going on and see, like, how many people are really affected by this, And see, you got Sassy Shelly over here. Will renew my membership only when Team YouTube undoes this mess and remonetizes my favorite channels. Cancel YouTube Premium. So, yeah, like, they've kind of irritated and PO'd a lot of people. Vox Apocalypse brought to you by a violent authoritarian who wants to destroy the livelihoods of smaller creators and independent journalists to win a personal spat with a comedian. He's speaking of Mr. Maza. As you can probably tell, I really do respect Tim Pool. I mean, I don't agree with him on a lot of things. I think but he's very blatant about where he comes from with a lot of positions. So you gotta appreciate that. But yeah, so in case you were wondering why this Dan Bongino, why is this liberal activist calling for violence against conservatives? Are other liberals calling for him to be fired from Vox? If they believe in their alleged principles, they'd be doing just that. Why is Team YouTube taking orders from this violent man? See, that's one of the things. Like, Mr. Maza, he doesn't have a squeaky clean record. Actually, he's so far on the left that he believes violence can get him his way. And here's the thing. Because I also noticed this with the ma'am dude that was completely spazzing out in GameStop. Like, they're using this LGBTQ thing as a wedge, as a sledgehammer. This is just a weapon. We're going to bring in the whole LGBT community, and they're going to be on your ass because this is just discrimination. And it's just like, okay, take it easy there, champ. Okay, like, seriously. All right, this is insanity. It really is. That and the fact that so many people have bent the knee to this bullying is just astounding. I mean, because honestly, I'm all for people living their lives however they want, but I don't believe that you should use your identity as a battering ram. It's like the same reason I don't like when my fellow black people sit there and talk about, oh, well, this is because I'm black. Well, maybe you might want to examine your own behaviors in this, but so many people are caught up in their own bubbles so deeply that, their behaviors, we got just a metric ton of individuals walking around this earth with zero self-awareness, like completely unaware of how their actions affect other people. And this is just infuriating. I mean, really, all of this because this guy calculatedly decided he wanted to just ruin the entire shebang. And I can't help but feel like he's done this at the behest of, some kind of corporate overlord who is still so angry and so upset about the 2016 election that they want to just completely disincentivize anyone from stepping forward and stepping up, and us as just a species having conversation and talking about things and actually challenging each other in the arena of ideas. Because if you can't beat them, then cut the monetization, and that's just the saddest thing in the world. That some people are so, because here's the deal. Some people can take a loss. Some people can't, I'm from the hood. Trust me, I know this. Some guys who you get in a fist fight with, hey, whoever won, you shake hands and we'll chill the next day or in a week or two, whenever the feelings are. What's the name? Then there's some guys, when they take a loss, they get up, pop their trunk, get a shotgun, and murder people. So Honestly, those types of people are the ones that you really shouldn't take seriously, because if you believe enough, like if you believe enough in your position, then you should be able to just argue it, like fair out, have it out in the battlefield of ideas. But when you're losing the way that the blue side or the liberal side's been losing for, the past 2-3 years now, then, what do you got to do? You got to cheat to win. Like Eddie Guerrero used to do. He used to say all the time, if you're not cheating, you're not trying, something along those lines. But the fact that YouTube and, primarily in this instance, just YouTube, decided to go with the corporate overlord, even though that's the thing, it should have been expected, because YouTube in and of itself is a corporate overlord. You can look at how the trending pages and the algorithms really changed over the last 3 or 4 years. Ms. Wojcicki is not your friend Angry Joe, or any of these other content creators who think they may be safe. Like, no, she's not your friend. Like ultimately her job is to the board for the most part, not the regular old content creators. As you can tell with so many content creators just losing all their money and losing their opportunity. So the deal is that this channel was never going to be monetized. I never wanted this channel to be monetized. I just wanted an outlet where I could be, okay, I'll admit, if the channel could have been monetized, it'd been nice, but at the same time, I really do just care. I really just do enjoy the type of content that I create here. Like if I was still working on that other channel where it took me forever and a day to get videos accomplished and done, then I'd feel some kind of way, because that's a lot of hard work. But this right here is just me running my mouth, so I'm all right with it. So with that being said, all the internet stuff, if you like this video, toss me a like. If you disliked it, toss me a dislike. I don't care. I ain't scared. Share, because sharing is caring. Sub if you enjoy my fantastic voice, and speak. Let me know. What do you think of this Vox apocalypse? Do you think that the gay walk should really have been taken so seriously, or do you believe that YouTube's justified in its reaction? That's what the comment section is for. YouTube establishing new policies which are resulting in the mass demonetization of many channels, all due to compromise and stuff. Just check out Vox Apocalypse and you'll see it going down. It's gone beyond Crowder and Mazza. Their war is being waged on YouTube and creators, and creators are becoming collateral. Well, I hope your hurt feelings over one guy was worth it. Yeah, see how the internet's now completely, what's the name? Haha, wow, I'm not surprised. Honestly, you could really see this coming from a mile and a half away. Like after 2016, and then with the Brexit thing, shoot, the establishment had to come take control over the internet one way or the other. So guys, until the next one.